when the celebration of Easter started late last night, even then, in the darkness of night, that night was as bright as the day, because the earth is ablaze with dazzling light. Jesus is risen from the dead, and he is a burning fire. At the Easter Vigil, which we are not at, but if you were last night, you would have seen it. The Easter Vigil starts with a blazing fire just outside of church. And it's from that fire that the Easter candle, a symbol of the risen Christ, is lit. Because Jesus is the unquenchable fire, the one who is fearless of the darkness of death and the gloom of sin. While we are at that fire and prepare the candle and insert the nails, there's a prayer that the priest says during this, as he marks it with the year and the Alpha and the Omega and the cross. So the priest says, Christ, yesterday and today, the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. All time belongs to him and all the ages. To him be glory and power through every age forever. Amen. You might ask, who is the priest talking to at this point? He's speaking to the darkness. He's proclaiming something about Jesus in the defiance of this fire. In the Exalted, as the prayer of praise that the church sings to the risen Christ, we hear something about the power of this fire that is the risen Jesus. So the church sings, on this night, the brightness of this flame on Easter dispels wickedness, washes faults away, restores innocence to the fallen, gives joy to mourners, drives out hatred, fosters concord, and brings down the mighty. This blazing fire burns away all that is dead and brings joyful warmth and light to all that is good. Now, usually, the only thing that fire fears is water, but not the fire that is Jesus. Because actually, this fire blesses water with its own power, and then this fire is received by us through water at baptism. When we are baptized, this is a bathing in divine fire. And it is stunning that Jesus, this blazing fire, gives himself to us. And of course, his brightness is not dimmed by sharing his light. Jesus bestows the fire of his love upon his church so brightly that, again, we sang in the Exalted that on Easter, in the radiance of the risen Christ, the church is arrayed in the lightning of his glory. We do not have to fear this fire. Only what is dead in us, what is duplicitous and hypocritical, only those parts of us need to fear this fire, because this is the fire of love. It is unrelenting and it is stronger than death. But we were reborn of this fire at baptism, and now we are children of the light. When we pass through the valley of the shadow of death, it is darkness and death that fear our approach, because we are bearers of divine fire. Brothers and sisters, we rejoice today in the light and warmth of the conqueror of death and darkness. Today, Jesus Christ is risen, and he lives forever.